Well, let's move on to some Panthers news now. Several reports stating that the Carolina Panthers have interviewed Vikings offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak, the former offensive coordinator for the Vikings. He was hired as the OC in 2021, so just this past season he was the QB coach for 2 years before that. The Vikings ranked just 12th in the league in total offense this season, 11th in passing yards per game, and then 17th in rushing yards per game. Sources also say that Panthers are interviewing Colts receivers coach, former Eagles offensive coordinator Mike Grove.
All right, so let's bring in a guy who just finished his own rookie season. Panthers beat writer, Charlotte Observer's own Ellis Williams. Welcome back to CSL, brother.
I can't believe you guys let me back here again, man. Y'all are crazy.
I agree entirely. I tried to stop it, but here we are. You got in the building. You got past security. So let's start there. Let's start with the offense. Where do you think these boys need to look in order to bring in an offensive coordinator?
Yeah, well, me and my colleague Jonathan Alexander were able to confirm those two names today, Clint Kubiak and Mike Grove. And both those are candidates that bring an offense that would be predicated on the run. And that's what Coach Matt Rule said that they are hoping they're able to do: establish a running game, become a play-action passing team. And that's where this team really is headed as you try to now support the quarterback, whether that's Sam Darnold or a guy they bring in from the outside. But those names and more, it's going to be a busy week for the Panthers as they're trying to figure out who's going to take over the offense. But look for this team to look fundamentally different next season.
Should we be maybe a little worried that they're looking at a guy like Kubiak? I mean, he played safety in college, only 1 year of experience as an offensive coordinator, and it was with the Vikings. I know maybe you're looking at the stats thinking that was good, but the Vikings offense kind of lacked a lot of creativity this season. Should we be worried?
Yeah, it's a fair point. The Vikings are a run-heavy team, I formation. He's running his dad's system. Gary Kubiak, his father, Super Bowl winning coach. And before that, Kevin Stefanski was the offensive coordinator in Cleveland, and Gary was the offensive advisor there. So really, it's been an offense that has grown throughout the years, the past 3 or 4 years in Minnesota. The Vikings were 16th in overall DVOA, but 27th in rushing, yet 16th in attempts. So I hear you on that, but the overall scheme is what I think the Panthers are attracted to.
Well, whoever comes in, who's going to be their quarterback? Is it going to be Sam Darnold? I assume Cam Newton's not going to be back. I don't think there's a spot here. He said he's not coming back for no 5-12 team, and this team might be better than 5-12, but I don't know that Cam Newton is wanting to come back for a team that might go 8-9 or 9-8, whatever that might be. Is Sam Darnold the answer? Maybe not the right answer, but the best answer for this team.
Sam Darnold's the best answer at backup quarterback. We saw the issues that the backup position caused this year. P.J. Walker never really getting a chance other than Arizona, a game that he won. So, look, there could be worse things than having a solid backup quarterback. We've seen it in Cleveland and in Minnesota at times where you need your backup quarterback to step up. But they're going to bring in competition. I don't believe that the starting quarterback next season for the Browns is on this roster, whether that means through the draft, free agency, or via trade. There's going to be stiff competition for Sam Darnold, and I suspect a new starter next season.
Who are you looking at?
Well, Deshaun Watson's a name that's going to come back up. Russell Wilson, I'm sure, would be a dream get for someone like Scott Furter with ties to Seattle. So those are two names you would watch as home runs. Nick Foles would be a free agent as someone who you would now be on a third type of bridge quarterback on a lower scale.
All right, so you rather bring in a guy that's going to compete kind of like Nick Foles, or would you rather bring in a guy like a Kirk Cousins, or not that Deshaun Watson is on Kirk's level, but my worry there is if you do that, you mortgage the ability to upgrade the offensive line, and that's number one for me.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. They're going to make this offensive line rebuild the number one priority. Now, you can't really control how the quarterback market falls. If someone like Deshaun becomes available and you're willing to part with 2 or 3 first-round picks, they're going to do that. They didn't have much intention, I'm sure, of having Cam Erving be their starting left tackle this season, but then that's ended up being the case. So you're also going to be reactive at times to how the market plays out. But if it's a top quarterback like Deshaun, they'll go get him. But if it's not, then I expect they're going to prioritize offensive line.
Well, their head coach and basically de facto GM, Matt Rule, is going to be on the hot seat next season. It's going to be the hottest seat in the NFL. And remember what Bill O'Brien did with the Texans. He GM'd to save his job. The GM, Bill O'Brien, lost the head coach his job. He wrecked the future of the Houston Texans to have a good season in order to save the head coach's job, his job. So I asked Matt Rule, how does he prevent doing that? Here's his answer, and then I want your reaction, Ellis.
It's why I think a lot of teams make bad decisions, because they don't think long-term strategy. They go all in to try to win now, and then you end up, having 10 15, free agents leave, and you have a depleted roster, right? So I think you see it year in and year out. So I am going to serve the Carolina Panthers. I am always going to make the right decisions in the long-term interest of the Carolina Panthers, and however that works out for me, that works out for me.
All right, Ellis, you were in that press conference when I asked that question. What were your reactions to his answer?
Well, my reaction to a lot of his answers were just to sit and listen and wait for him to get through it, because it was one of those longer press conferences that Matt's known for. But when you hear him defending how they're going to approach the offseason, you just understand that if they don't get the quarterback position right, the franchise is going to be set back a few years anyway. This happens when teams make poor decisions, whether they involve trades or draft picks regardless. So this is going to be really his last chance to right this ship, and they know it. He's coaching and, like your question anticipated, GMing for his job.
All right, so Ellis is going to be back with us here for Quick Six, but this is what he has to think on. So pray on this, Ellis. What Super Bowl food must go? Wings, nachos, or buffalo dip? Pray on it. Quick Six is coming up. Carla?